too many NBA games to go to the emotional well very often, but
Mm-hmm.
to what extent do you want your guys to feel the result of 11 days?
Yeah, I think you want to feel it. I think you want to understand it as well, and the circumstances of the game. You never want to lean into those too much as a reason for the way that you played, where it becomes something that you dismiss as an excuse. That said, we had a few guys. Everybody always has guys. Guys out. Pritchard was out for them last game. We had a number of guys out that I think can help us tonight, and then we just need to play better. We gave up too many catch and shoot threes. That was a big one. Not just Hauser's, although he had a lot of them, and we were flat, which was unfortunate coming off. You want to come home and play well after being on the road and having a trade, but I think for us there's been an adjustment period, and we'll continue to be on some level. But I think we've made some progress since we played them last, and I think it's a game our guys are looking forward to playing. I say that, and it's grounded in the fact that I think there's a lot of respect for what they've done as a team and how good they are right now, and the way that they play.
Speaking of adjustments, CJ McCollum seems like in the last couple of games he's starting to get a better feel for how the team wants to play.
Mm-hmm.
What have you seen as far as his adjustments?
Yeah, CJ's such a unique player in that the combination of skill and also his intellect, his feel for the game, that I think for him it's kind of figuring out a little bit what does this team need out of me, and being able to to figure out how to do that on the court and how to connect with the other guy. That he's been so anxious to do that, which I think that's one of the things that makes him even more unique. You've got a guy that we still want him to score, but he's trying to make plays for other people, and I think you've seen him finding a rhythm too, doing that, and also still being aggressive with his offense. So I look for more of that. I think he's someone that, having a really young group, he has the ability to kind of impact our team and the game in ways that don't always show up. So I think his comfort level with the guys will continue to make his impact be felt, even more. And he is getting more comfortable. There's no question. It's like where to go. Something as simple as a side out of bounds play. When we did get him, we were immediately thrown into it because we were on a road trip, and we've had a few shoot-arounds. Still haven't had a chance to practice much. That's this league. But I think he's getting more and more acclimated.
Coach, you mentioned the respect you guys have for the way the Celtics play. I know you're focused on your guys, but was there any surprise in the way they switched their play style after losing so many guys this summer? Based on what you thought they had just versus seeing it actually?
Yeah, I guess the best way to me, our job as coaches is to try to put our players in the best position they can be in to have success. And different teams with different personnel, I think, dictate different styles of play. We have a style of play that I think fits our group, and Joe's done a great job of that. And obviously their players buying into it, and the things that I don't know that they're that different, fundamentally on certain things, but certainly, when you take a piece out, like Tatum, that's a big deal, and everybody adjusts around that. So they've done a terrific job with that. Defensively, they're able to generate a lot, and kind of finding a connectivity, with a different group.
One of those guys is Kristaps Porzingis.
Yeah.
He wasn't able to make it on this trip. But what progress is he making, and how different is your group when he's available?
Well, he's been tremendous for us when he's been able to play, and no one wants to be out there, more than he does. It's not hard to find his impact when you just look at the analytics. I mean, we're significantly better with him on the floor. That said, we're anxious to have him back, and I think our team, has had a chance to evolve, in his absence, guys, hopefully we've got a number of guys right now that are having career years. So you hope that, when he gets healthy, you add him back in the mix. And frankly, there'll probably be another adjustment period like we've had with CJ because Kristaps is able to do so many things. But it's been great to have him, and we look forward to having him back.
What was the balance, obviously, still recovering, but staying back and
Yeah, I to the extent I'm not going to get into anything that's related to anything on the performance side and the medical. I can just say he's done an excellent job for us, and we're looking forward to having him back.
they've been playing when they're two way bigs, Murray Williams or some of the bigs out. Like, how can you scout like a guy that doesn't play a lot for a team like that who might have a significant?
Yeah, you watch what you can. I'm hoping they have to scout Koloko too. So it's an interesting how I think with some injuries in the league, how it's given two ways. We refer them as two ways. They're roster players. Obviously the contractual situation's different, and I think the thing that we're all mindful of is the actual days that you have to play. But having guys in your program, whether they're with a G League team or with your roster, and maybe able to make those transitions. I know for us it's been really important. We got a center that I've thrown in there pretty quick, and obviously the Celtics have been in the same situation with guys stepping in and able to assimilate and contribute. All right. Okay.
Thank you.